name is Frank Miller. I'm the Dean of Enrollment Management for Ranken Technical College. And joining me today is Natalie Boots Steinecker, one of our fantastic admission counselors.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ranken Technical College Virtual Open House. We're glad you have joined us today. You're in for a great time. So you're probably joining us today because you're interested in a career in automotive, electrical, construction, IT, or manufacturing, and why Ranken, which is what we hope to answer today.
So before we get into our programs, let me tell you just a little bit about Ranken Technical College, which was founded in 1907 by a prominent St. Louisan named David Ranken Jr. as a private, nonprofit educational institution to train students for employment in a variety of technical and mechanical occupations. From that very beginning to today, Ranken has maintained its position as a national leader in technical education.
Wow, I bet a lot of people didn't know that we're over 113 years strong, or that we're nonprofit, or that we have always been a technical college. It might be a good time to hear from our president, Don Pohl, and you know how presidents are. They want to get a few words in. So let's turn it over to our wonderful president, Don Pohl.
Hello, I'm Don Pohl, president of Ranken Technical College. Welcome to the Ranken Virtual Open House, where you can explore how Ranken Technical College can help you achieve your career goals. For over 110 years, Ranken has maintained its commitment of providing the highest quality education to its students. Through that commitment, Ranken trains and prepares students to become valuable employees. The best way to secure a great job opportunity is to become a great candidate in the eyes of the employer. Our hands-on training and advanced skills in a particular career field will allow you to become more attractive to hiring employers. Getting you hired is our primary goal, as reflected in our mission, which states that Ranken is a private, nonprofit, degree-granting institution of higher learning whose primary mission is to provide the comprehensive education and training necessary to prepare students for employment and advancement in a variety of technical fields. If you are ready to take the first step towards joining the ranks of those Ranken graduates who have found satisfying careers, stay right here to learn more about our great programs and careers associated with those programs. Thanks for joining us today. I hope to see you on campus very soon.
Thanks, Don. Our president, like many of our instructors, just happens to be a Ranken grad, which is great for our students. Ranken instructors, after many years out in their industry, will return to Ranken and give back to students their experience, industry knowledge, industry relationships, and the hands-on training from someone who has done it.
Yeah, it's nice when you get training and your education from someone that has the experience and the expertise by doing it themselves. It's not like you can watch a YouTube video or TikTok and install and fix something that is very complex or technical. Could you imagine working with electricity without the right training? That could get a little dangerous for the average Joe or Jane.
That's for sure. Boots, I heard you did a few TikToks. So could you give our attendees one of your TikTok messages? Maybe something regarding admissions to Ranken? Thanks, Boots. Maybe I can show everyone my pics on MySpace. Probably not a good idea since most probably don't know what MySpace is, which is similar to some regarding Ranken. If you're someone outside of St. Louis, or even if you're from St. Louis, you may or may not know much about us. Maybe you've heard an ad or someone talk about Ranken, or know someone that attended here, but still unsure what we do here. And today we'll give you an opportunity to learn more about Ranken, see our fantastic facilities, and the programs we offer to help get those in-demand technical careers like those found in information technology.
I love information technology. Just about any business or industry has some form of IT, and just about everyone uses IT. Think about operating systems on a desktop or networks and routers that give us wireless internet, but that's on the surface. Just think about all the behind-the-scenes activity to keep our systems running or programming to make something happen. We sure know when something isn't working right, or when things crash, everything stops. And you call in the cavalry, the professional IT tech, to save the day.
Well, I'm no Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, and like most people, the old rebooting your computer is about the only thing I know to do when I have a problem. With so many businesses, industries, and the average person relying so much on IT, it's no wonder anyone with IT skills are in high demand. With technology, changes happen quickly, and those graduating from our IT program not only have the hands-on training, but the certifications wanted by employers. Students at Ranken can get the latest on Microsoft Server, Cisco Network, cybersecurity, hardware, software, and more, so they have the experience to prepare them for a successful fast-track career.
That's right. Ranken offers various IT programs. You can look into application and web development technology, Microsoft administration, Microsoft Windows Server, or network and database administration.
An in-demand and rewarding career can be found in information technology, and Ranken has you covered. So let's check out the IT division and hear more about our IT programs, why IT, and why Ranken.
Hi, my name is Evan Gudmestead, and I'm the Assistant Division Chair of the IT Division at Ranken Technical College. In the IT Division, there are a lot of different areas of study. And so the way that we have our curriculum broken down from day one is two main options. And then from there, they kind of proceed into more options. The two main options on the first day are whether you want to study coding and application development. So if you want to learn a variety of computer languages to develop apps and websites. The program is named Application and Web Development. And so it's a 2-year program that focuses on a variety of languages where you learn to build mobile apps, web apps, and so applications that run via a web browser, and desktop applications. In that curriculum, we focus on project-based work, and so every semester you finish with your final project of a medium-sized project for a client. We learn a variety of coding languages in the ballpark of 10 different languages that are all in demand in the St. Louis areas that help our graduates get employed upon graduation. And so if you want to develop apps, if you want to build websites, if you want to write computer code and solve problems, that's the curriculum for you. The other side, the other track, is the information technology track. And what you learn in the first year of curriculum is really geared around an entry-level IT job. In entry-level IT jobs, you need the skills to fix a computer when it breaks. You need customer service skills. And so I like to call it, and we overqualify you for a Geek Squad technician job. The first class that you will study is a class on an operating system, Windows 10, Microsoft Windows 10. And so we teach you not to be just an end user of Windows 10, but how to be an administrator of Windows 10. How do you deploy Windows 10 to a fleet of computers, maybe 100 or 1,000 computers? How do you fix Windows 10 when it slows down? What do you do when there's a blue screen or when the computer won't boot up? And so we teach you the software side of fixing and maintaining Windows computer. The second semester then is more focused on computer hardware and introduction to networking. And so if you're going to fix problems, and if your hard drive were to go out, you need to know how to troubleshoot and how to fix a computer hardware problem as well. And so again, the first year is that overqualified Geek Squad technician. The second year though, the second year is where you get the next level of skills. And so that technician, that help desk role is your entry-level position into an IT career. But once you've achieved those skills, once you've worked in an entry-level job, the next rung up in the ladder is an administrator level role. And so our second year of curriculum is really focused on that second rung of technical skills. And so in that area, we have a couple of options. There is a networking administrator where you work on routers and you work on switches and you set up computer networks for large enterprise level companies. There is a separate, so there's a network administrator, there's a separate system administrator job. And that system administrator job are where you're working on Windows servers, you're working on virtualization technology and cloud technology. And so there's network administrators, there's system administrators, and these are two different options that we have. And then in the middle, we have a combination track. That combination track is where you're going to get a little bit of both the network administrator and the system administrator, but you're not as specialized in any one area. So those are the options in the IT track. One thing that separates our curriculum from others is our focus on certifications. Certifications are industry's way of acknowledging knowledge in our students. And so these are industry certifications that can be transferred anywhere in the United States. Starting in the first class, our first certification is a Microsoft MD100 on Windows 10. And so it proves a mastery of the Windows 10 software. The second semester certification is that entry-level help desk role certification that's called the CompTIA A+. So in your first year of curriculum, the goal is to obtain 2 certifications from the industry that help you get your foot in the door. The second year of curriculum has certifications in it as well. On the Cisco Networking Administrator curriculum, there's 2 main certifications that we focus on. We focus on the CCNA, which stands for Certified Cisco Network Associate. That is your network administrator certification. That proves that you're ready to take the next step up in your IT career. And then after that is the Cisco CyberOps Security certification, which again proves mastery of the Cisco security material. On the system administrator side, there's really 3 certifications that are all numbered. It's the 7410, 7411, and 7412. And really what they are 3 levels of Windows Server certification. So you could think of it as an entry level, a mid-level, and a mastery of the Windows Server product line. For more information, please check out ranken.edu under the IT division section.
My name is Troy Bost. I am a second-year application and web development student. I found this school thanks to my high school teacher, and the things that stuck out for this program and the reason why I chose it is because the curriculum is very up-to-date. They change it on a yearly basis. The classes are long, which might seem like a bad thing, but it's actually quite beneficial because it gives you a lot of in-class time to ask questions and to get help. It's not a lot of lecture, so it's not 200 kids in a classroom just sitting there listening to one teacher. It's about 20 to 30 kids, and anyone can ask a question. You can ask other students for help. It's a really nice communicative environment.
As you've seen and heard, it's about students getting that hands-on experience and skills employers are looking for that Ranken is all about. Our primary mission is to provide the comprehensive education and training necessary to prepare students for employment and advancement in a variety of technical fields, which is why Ranken Technical College is one of the best technical colleges in the country.
And why students come to Ranken. Now, some have asked, is Ranken a real college? And the answer is, heck yeah, we're accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, which is the same commission that grants accreditation to SLU, WashU, UMSL, Lindenwood, and many other colleges and universities around the country.
Ranken has beautiful campuses in St. Louis, Wentzville, and Perryville. We offer housing, financial aid, campus bookstore and cafe, library and computer center, lounge and rec areas, career services, and a student success center to help students with tutoring, testing, and emotional support.
Now, if that's not a real college, then I don't know what one is. We want all students to be successful at Ranken. So let's hear from some of these departments and how they can help you out if needed. Also, listen carefully to our admissions department. There's something special for those attending our virtual open house.
Hello, my name is Brandon Fan. I'm an admissions counselor with Ranken Technical College. We are dedicated to assisting you with the enrollment process and making it as smooth as possible. We are going to help you get enrolled today with our step-by-step process. All you need to do is fill out our application online, either on your own or with your counselor. All we need with our easy enrollment process today are your high school transcripts, your GED, or your diploma. After that, there's a $95 registration fee, and then you will be enrolled. Welcome to Ranken, everybody. We also have some exciting promos for you today only. If you pay your registration fee today, we have a $100 tuition credit taken off the top once you start school. We also have a $500 scholarship raffle. That is all money right off your tuition today. So when you're ready, click the link, go to ranken.edu to get any assistance you need getting enrolled today with the admissions staff.
My name is Keith Morton. I'm the Director of Student Success at Ranken. Ranken has a rigorous and challenging educational environment, and the Office of Student Success exists to help all students persist to graduation. We have testing and tutoring services available along with library resources. Ranken has a licensed professional counselor on hand to help you through any challenges you may be having inside or outside of school. If you've ever been diagnosed with any type of physical or learning disability, please get that information to us so we can help provide you with the appropriate accommodations. We also have an early alert system in place where we can reach out to you if you're ever struggling in your classes so we can help remind you of the resources we have available and help you through those classes that you're having difficulty with. We have student success advisors who can help you through your current or future schedule and make any changes you might need to custom tailor that education experience for you. Basically, any help you may need at Ranken, you can always come upstairs to the top floor of the Finney building to the Student Success Center, and we will find a way to help you because our goal is to help you be a successful student during your time here at Ranken. For more information, please visit us at ranken.edu.
Hello, my name is Craig Hood. I'm the financial aid counselor here at Ranken Technical College. The financial aid office is located on our main campus in the Finney building. Our office hours are from Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and until 4 p.m. on Fridays. Our main goal is to assist our students in the application process for financial aid to help them cover their costs to attend Ranken Technical College. There are 3 types of financial aid. There's grants, loans, and scholarships. Grants are funds that students do not have to pay back. They're based off of need, and typically they're funded from the government. Loans are funds that students do have to pay back. There are federal direct student loans, there are federal direct Parent Plus loans, and there are private educational loans. There are also scholarships available for students. Scholarships are funds that students do not have to pay back. Typically with scholarships, there is an application process. Students must meet certain criteria. Ranken does offer in-house scholarships. There is a scholarship guide and contact information on our homepage. We just encourage students to adhere to the deadlines. Applications for the 2021-2022 academic year will be available on April 1st. Financial aid award package outlines the costs for the year, lists the funds that are available to the student or what the student is eligible for to help pay for those costs, and then the student must accept those funds and submit the required document back to the financial aid office. For more information, visit ranken.edu.
Hello, I'm Latrina Rogers, Director of Residential Life at Ranken Technical College. Residential Life is the department that oversees Walker Residence Hall at Ranken. Walker Residence Hall is the dormitory where student housing is. So our students live on campus and they come from far as California to Texas, Arkansas, and even the local St. Louis area. It is home for students while they attend Ranken. You can apply for housing at ranken.edu, and that process is quick and easy. And once you're enrolled as a student, we can process your application. There are several room types available, so as you're on the tour, you'll be able to see everything from our single room to our 2-bedroom apartment and even our 4-bedroom apartment. So you'll be able to find a space that works for you to call home while you're going to school. Our recreational areas that include barbecue grills, basketball courts, and also sitting areas to just hang out and have a conversation. Also inside we have pool tables, a foosball table, and even areas again to have a conversation, study, or just hang out. We also have community lounges, and in those lounges include flat screen televisions, couches, and even kitchen areas. 2 of our lounges have full community kitchens that include a microwave, stove, sink, and counter space. So even if you select a room that does not have a kitchen in it, you still have access to a kitchen to cook in while you're on campus. Also, our cabinets in our community kitchens are also used as food pantries because sometimes students get hungry after the dining hall closes. So you can always go to the food pantry and make a meal out of what's in there, and we stock those every semester. Again, Walker Hall is the place that students call home while they're going to school at Ranken. So while the academics are taught and your technical portions are taught, we make sure that you have a home not only to live in, but to learn in as well, because you still have to learn responsibility. You still have to learn everything else you need to know to be the greatest person that you can be once you leave Ranken. So if you'd like to learn more about Walker Hall, go to ranken.edu, not only to see all of the options, but to apply, and you'll be able to talk to me or anyone else that can help you. Thank you for checking out Ranken.
Hello, my name is Kelly Small, and I work for St. Louis Public Schools. St. Louis Public Schools and Ranken Technical College partner together for the dual enrollment experience. Dual enrollment is a great opportunity for seniors in the district to attend Ranken full-time during their school year and earn credits toward their associate's degree. Students are able to participate in any program offered at the college. This is a great opportunity because it is free to the student. St. Louis Public and Ranken pays for all tuition and costs associated with the experience. If you do not attend St. Louis Public Schools and you want to establish a similar partnership, please reach out to the admissions office. Ranken has partnered with other districts and schools in the area and would love to expand.
Hi, my name is Janie Summers, and I'm the Career Services Director at Ranken Technical College. In my 20 years of service in the Career Services Department, I have received thousands of calls, and not a day passes without getting a call from a company looking to hire Ranken students. Our placement rate after 6 months of graduation is 98%, and we also offer lifetime placement. We have large corporations as well as small businesses contacting us. Companies also come on campus for presentations as well as interviews. We have part-time jobs available on campus, such as the bookstore and Student Success Center. We have 2 job fairs per location every year. We also offer mock interviews as well as resume writing tips. Our department will do whatever is necessary to ensure that our students obtain gainful employment in their chosen field. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Career Services at ranken.edu.
Hello, I'm Ian Bevel, an admissions counselor at Ranken, and I work specifically with BSAM students. Ranken is known for its 2-year degrees, and a lot of people, including current and prospective students, don't even know that Ranken offers a bachelor's degree in management. This program is offered in traditional and accelerated versions, as classes are offered every 8 weeks. For current associate students, it can be completed in 1 year past their associates, as the general education component of your associate's degrees applies directly to the bachelor's as well. The program is entirely online, which means you can work at your own pace from anywhere and take 1 to 8 classes every semester. There are several ways to pay for the BSAM. Tuition assistance is often offered from employers if people are already in the workforce. The FAFSA can also be completed annually and allows for $57,500 for lifetime learning. Ranken is also a veteran-friendly school with yellow ribbon status, and we have 5 school certifying officials to help you with VA benefits. New Ranken students can start their journey to a bachelor's on day 1. The program is also designed for working adults who want to advance in their current profession but do not have time to attend traditional seated classes. If you have any questions or want to discuss options, you can contact me anytime at ebevel@ranken.edu or at 314-286-4828.
So good morning, my name is Jacob Brandis and I'm a missions rep here at Ranken Technical College, and I'm also the military liaison. What I want to stress to you guys is, as a retired Air Force vet with 20 years of service, there can be that fear and anxiety of finding something to do after you separate or retire. What I want to let you know is that Ranken here accepts the post 9/11 GI Bill, the Montgomery GI Bill, the Vocational Rehab Grant, the Reserve Kickers, and other programs. As you're getting ready to transition from active duty to the civilian sector, we have the trades that are in demand right now. So that transition from the military to construction or automotive or welding, where high demand jobs are, we will be able to help you. If you would like to get more information and understand how you can use your GI Bill here at Ranken, go to ranken.edu to the mission site and contact a rep, and we will be able to help you from there.
Hi, I'm Mark Fields with the Registrar's Office here at Ranken Technical College. We're the caretakers of your academic records. We can assist you with your veterans benefits, class registration, transfer credit inquiries, grade and GPA explanations, verification letters, graduation evaluations, academic transcripts, and of course, diplomas. Ranken students have access to Inside Ranken to view their grades, upcoming class schedules, and much, much more. Parents also do not have access to your confidential records unless you sign the permission form. So remember to keep your records updated through our office with current contact information, and submit all your transcripts from other colleges for evaluation to our office before your first term to be placed in the appropriate level. The Registrar's Office is located in the first floor of the Finney Building, with business hours of 7:30 a.m. through 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday, and we also can be reached at the phone number 314-286-3660 or our email address registrar@ranken.edu. Welcome to Ranken, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, my name is Shelley Jones. I am the Industry Relationship Coordinator at Ranken. I work with the programs that include a structure internship found in our automotive and manufacturing divisions. In automotive, these programs include Automotive Professional Technician, Certified Dealer Technician, Professional Collision Technician, High Performance Racing Technology, and Diesel Professional Technician. In manufacturing, internship programs include Advanced Precision Machining Technology, Industrial Engineering Technology, and Welding Technology. You will find internship programs at all three of our campuses. By choosing an internship program, you will alternate your time between employer and school on a set rotation. Each program offers real-world, hands-on experience that will reinforce the skills you learn on campus. Many students want a job while going through school. These structured internship programs are a fantastic way to earn while you learn. You will build a relationship with an employer and get a jump start on your career. You pick the employer by applying at any of the hundreds of companies that like to hire Ranken students, or you may already have a job lined up. If you're ready to get to work, then check out an internship program by visiting ranken.edu.
So, lots of great information from each department, and did you catch that today's open house includes a scholarship raffle and a tuition credit if you register for classes? Frank, you're in charge of admissions, is that correct?
Yes, today's an opportunity for someone to receive a scholarship from Ranken. All you have to do is fill out our open house registration form, and that will enter you for our drawing today, and 3 people will receive a $500 scholarship to Ranken. Just be sure to select yes from the Register Me for the $500 scholarship raffle drop-down. And those who know they want to come to Ranken, you can receive a $100 tuition credit today if you pay the registration fee. Just click the registration fee link on our landing page. This only happens today, so make sure you go on our open house webpage and take advantage of these special offers.
So, we gave you a little insight to Ranken, our programs, and campus departments, and how to enroll to one of the best technical colleges in the Midwest. So now it's time to hear from you.
We have all of our instructors and department staff live for your questions, so don't hold back. Let us know your questions. Just message us using the message feature on this page. For those of you that come back later or think about a question after we're done, just use the chat feature and someone will answer your question.
So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. That was your information about the information technology program. So we're going to go ahead and move into the Q&A portion. My name is Brandon Fan. I'm the admissions counselor here at Ranken Technical College. So if you have any questions about admissions, about the enrollment process, about scholarships, financial aid, we'll go ahead and kind of run through those for you as well. We also have Alan Podaker and Jeff Scott here. So what we're going to do is you guys are going to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about what you do here and about your program, and then we'll move forward. So Alan, do you mind going first, buddy?
Yeah, hi, I'm Alan Petker. I'm the Cisco Network Academy Coordinator for Ranken Technical College. I'm basically the third and fourth semester if you happen to choose the network administration path that Evan had discussed earlier in the video. Basically what my side is in charge is the networking, routers and switches, security, and all that good stuff.
All right, thank you, Alan. That's some good information about your program. Mr. Jeff Scott, you're up. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what programs you teach.
All right. Hello, my name is Jeff Scott. I teach in the application and website development program at the Ranken Wentzville campus, and I am the sole instructor at the campus. We have 4 courses in our curriculum. In the first semester, you learn basic website design using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and you actually build a real world website. We build several both as a class, and then you have one as a project. In the second semester, you take a class in the C# programming language, which again, as mentioned previously, is in demand in the St. Louis and outlying areas. In the third semester, you learn what we call JavaScript on the server side. It's a class in Node.js, which is getting to be very, very popular. And in the fourth semester, you learn the Java programming language, and you use that in order to be able to create Android applications or Android apps. That's about it.
Wow, that sounds great. So you're making apps in that program, Jeff?
Yes, we do. In fact, I've even got examples here if anybody wants to see them.
Very nice. So yeah, if you want Jeff Scott's information, we'll get that out to you so you can take a look at some of those apps. So we're going to go ahead and get started with some of the questions coming through. Big one, man, all day, every day about this. We're going to go ahead and let Alan take care of this one. Alan, what IT certifications are included in the IT program, and where do we take those?
So in our IT division, we start off in the very first semester with operating systems. Right now it's Windows 10, and you're going to be taking Windows 10 operating system certification, MD100. Second semester, you're going to hop right into our hardware class, and that is going to be the CompTIA Hardware A+ certification for that semester. If you're choosing to go to the network administration, which is what I teach on my side for your third semester, will be your CCNA associate certification. And then our fourth semester in that track would be the cybersecurity, cyber ops from Cisco. Backtrack a little bit. Let's go back to third semester. If you're going to do systems administration, which is the operating system side, there's going to be 3 separate tests you're going to be taking to get towards the server, Microsoft server certification for that particular one. And I believe there are hints now that we are going to start dabbling in that track with AWS, Amazon Web Services. So I don't know when that's going to be coming out, but that will be coming up at least within this year. So, so depending on what track you're going to, there's different certifications to meet everybody's needs and what they like to do. That's primarily what we're always telling students. We're gearing it towards what you like to do, because if you like what you're doing, you're going to succeed in this field.
Very nice. That is some awesome information. Thank you, Alan. We just had a question about, do we offer evening classes? So yes, we do have IT at all 3 of our current campuses, St. Louis, Wentzville, and Perryville. Perryville does not offer night classes for IT. St. Louis does offer IT classes in the evening, but they are going to be a little different from their day associate's degree full-time program. It's going to be a 2-night a week, either Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and it is a certificate not a degree. So just keep that in mind. But yes, we do offer evening. At the Wentzville campus, we do have the full-time combo track information technology program, which you can take at night, and it does still come with the certifications and the associate's degree. Great question. Thank you guys for that. Jeff, do you guys have any certifications in the application and web development program? Do you need them to get jobs in the field?
Well, what we found is no, you really don't need them to get jobs in the field. I would say that technically, no, we don't have any certifications. But that said, the book, so to speak, that we use for our last class, the AWD 1112, which is the Java Android programming class, that is literally right from Google. And they're the ones basically who are kind of running the show, so to speak. So after you take that class, sure, you would be able to sit for a certification in there.
Very nice. Thank you, Jeff. So we got a question about what computers and other hardware we use in these courses, both IT and application and web development. I'm going to pass this over to Alan and Jeff, but before I get this over to them, we do have the opportunity for you guys to come out and see them yourself as well, whether it's an on-ground tour with an admissions counselor at the Wentzville, Perryville, or St. Louis campus. We also have my personal favorite, the Shadow Attack, where you actually get to come out and participate in a full day of class. So the hour of lecture for 3 hours of lab. You guys get to get in that lab, check out what equipment we have, the state-of-the-art equipment, meet your instructors, meet the students, all that good stuff. So I'll go ahead and hand this over to first Alan and then Jeff. What computers are we using in these classes?
So I guess more or less the question you're really asking for is what you're going to be working on in the lab for that second semester. Because throughout our entire area IT department, we're constantly upgrading the classroom PCs, the ones that you're going to be sitting on doing presentations like this and working on similar projects. But in that hardware class, it's always evolving and changing. So what we mean by that is what we do every year is we take a classroom and we completely wipe out all the computers in there. And what we do is, and some students are thinking this is crazy, adult parents think this is crazy, but we'll spend up about $2,000 buying the most up-to-date, out-of-this-world video cards, the RAM, the hard drives. It's about $2,000, whatever happens to be, and we install that into the classroom. But what that allows us to do, and people are like, well, that's just crazy, it's overkill. But remember though, we have to assume that when you graduated from Ranken in 2 years, you're going to be seeing some newer equipment, but probably not as new equipment as we're installing into the classrooms. So we take that classroom that we just remodeled and we push that material back into the A+ certification hardware meaning by that is that classroom hardware, which is, the video card was out of control, students say that's just an overkill. But by the time we put that into the hardware, that's probably standard for industry, that type of video card, that type of memory. So that hardware that you're using is maybe 2 generations old, which is still new. And we always try to point out to students is remember, industry doesn't just go out and buy brand new equipment every year. We're going to be working on, so we try to fit equipment for you to work on that may be a couple generations old to just a generation old. And that's what we're putting into the classroom. So it's always evolving, and to pinpoint it, it's hard to say what we're exactly moving around because it really is. We're always putting in newer equipment into that hardware from the classroom above that is standard. When you graduate, you're going to go out in the world and you're going to go, oh yeah, I worked on that piece of equipment in hardware class. And your employers were looking like, wow, that's pretty impressive considering a lot of schools, they're still talking about SCSI drives and they're talking about outdated, technology, where our students are looking at only like maybe second generation old equipment. And that's what industry's got at that point of time. Industry doesn't go out and buy the high-end video cards for their assistants and stuff. But what they are doing is buying the kind of equipment that we have our students being trained on at that time.
Very nice. Thank you, Alan. Jeff, you got anything to add?
No, I guess so. In the AWD program, the application and website development program, students are expected to have their own computers. Now, I know at the St. Louis campus, they actually let them use the computers there, but that said, they're still expected to get their own computers. That, if you'd call that the bad news. And people always ask, well, what kind of computer should I buy? And I've actually gone out to, for example, just to Walmart and Best Buy and some of these places, and you can get one that'll last you for both your years at Ranken for about $250 to $350. They should be a Windows machine. And I always tell people, get as much RAM or random access memory as you can afford, get as big a hard drive as you can afford. All right. I mean, because again, that's what you want to do. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, all of the software that we use is open source, meaning you don't have to pay anything for any of the software that you use in any of your classes in the AWD program.
Very good. Thank you, Jeff. So another question, do we offer financial aid services? Yes, we do. We do have a full service financial aid office where you can either get assistance from them or from your admissions counselor, getting that FAFSA in, seeing what you're eligible in terms of Pell Grants, Stafford student loans, internal and external scholarships. Great question. We do have all the same opportunities that other colleges and universities have. So this is probably going to be more for Alan. I've been told certifications are more important than actually having a degree. So what is the benefit of going to Ranken as opposed to somewhere like Launch Code or one of these other kind of pop-up IT places?
Well, great question. So certifications is very important in our world, not the AWD so much like Scott mentioned, but in our world is our raises are dependent on, our promotions dependent on those certifications. However, though, remember what I'm talking about is assuming you already have that job. Employers want somebody with at least associate's degree to be a well-rounded individual. They find those are more well-rounded individuals who have that associate's degree. But more importantly, what I will want to point out, as Frank mentioned, that we are HLC accredited, meaning we are exactly the same accreditation and we follow the rules that the Webster's, that SLU, WashU follows. And what that means is if you have your associate's degree, yeah, you know, when you graduate, you might want to be a network technician, you might want to do cybersecurity. But when you get a little bit older, you might see that your needs or changes or your likes and desires change, and you might want to become a manager. Well, if you don't have an associate's degree and your employer says you need a bachelor's degree in managing, well, then guess what? You need to go back to a community college or to Ranken to get that associate's degree to move forward to get to the bachelor degree. Or if you went to some of our competitors at Launch Code per se, which are, you know, I'm sure they do what they do is good, they don't give you that associate's degree. So you don't get that step, that initial step. So you got to remember that, yes, what you see is right now very attractive. Just go to get your degree, get your certification in Launch Code or wherever it happens to be, and then move on. But you think about the future, you may want to take that management position, you know, to do something different in your life. Well, it's hard to get, you know, a bachelor's degree if you don't even have an associate's degree. So we always tell the students, yes, the associate's degree is sort of building on now. So later on, you can add on and change your career path if you want to, but, and also help you get that first job is they want the students that are well-rounded. If, you know, they want student employers are looking for students who are able to communicate, to be able to build PowerPoint presentations for their customers that they may need to do. And you may not get that type of training at those type of places. So yes, certifications are very good. And on my world, especially raises and promotions are based off of what certifications you got. But it's the bigger picture in life. If you want to change to a management position or anything else, those companies will require a bachelor degree. And guess what? If you don't have an associate's, you got to start all back from the start all over again.
Great information, Alan. Thank you. Also, to kind of add to that, we at Ranken do have a Bachelor's of Science in Applied Management with an information technology route. So if you do come to Ranken first, you get those certifications, you get that associate's degree, and then your employer starts talking about, hey, you know, let's get that bachelor's and move you up. It's, you know, nothing to get back over here, get started on that bachelor's degree that's going to primarily be online, that works really well with somebody working full-time in the field, very flexible, kind of help you to get through it. So there's always that too. So again, get in here for a shadow tech, come talk to a counselor, get all that information. We had another really good question. So especially something that I kind of run into a lot of these high school technical schools, as Jeff and I know very well, such as Lewis and Clark, Pike Lincoln Tech, Four Rivers, a couple of these other places, they are getting that CompTIA A+ and maybe an additional certification while they're in school. So this is going to be kind of a two-parter, and I'll take the first part and I'll let Alan or Jeff take the next part. But if they do get those certifications and they do want to try to test out of that first class of Ranken Technical College, they are eligible to do so. It is a written and then a hands-on test that they would need to pass both in order to move forward with that. And if they don't pass that, this is kind of where I'll get you guys in. How do those certifications in hand help them while they're at Ranken and after when they're going into the employment field?
Jeff, you want to take that one, or you want me to start that off?
Well, why don't you start with the hardware side?
Yeah, I was going to say, because on the hardware side, there are some schools that are taking the A+. There are different versions of the A+ certification, so the numbers need to match up. The certification test numbers need to match up with what we give here at Ranken. If you do match up with ours, you are more, like we said, you're more than welcome to go ahead and try to test out of that class. Actually, I'm experiencing this exact issue right now with one of my technical high schools. One of the students got the CCNA certification and want to know how we're going to work that into them, because they want to come to Ranken, but they got the CCNA. So what's going to happen with that? And we do have as we always do, we rethink how things we're going to do, because our way the schools are doing things different now. We had to redo our testing for that. So we have a situation where, well, okay, we're going to give this as a 2-hands test. And my Cisco field, we're not going to make you take a written test, because basically you took that when you got the CCNA. But we do want to make sure you have an understanding of the hands-on portion of it. And so, because that's what our employers are really looking at us for. So we're going to give you a 2-part test. The first test is going to get you perhaps a test out of the intro class. That's the second semester. If you're in the St. Louis division, you're going to go ahead and test out of that one. If you keep on taking the next test, well, then you can pass that one. Well, then we're going to let you go ahead and bypass a 3rd semester class, that Cisco certification class that I teach, and you'll be able to either graduate early, or maybe you might want to take a different class, depending on what the student really wants to do. So we're really working close with the technical schools and trying to line them up. I know I have, particularly because Cisco has changed some stuff, that we have a lot more high schools now wanting to test certifications. So I think the question came up, what if I have it, but I don't test out of it? Certifications is not going to hurt you. By all means, find a part-time job. A lot of our students are going to school and they have a part-time job. And to have a CCNA is one big major step above anybody else who's looking for a part-time job who doesn't have a CCNA. You might even be able to get more advanced technical job working with a company if you have that CCNA, or probably any other certifications. The A+ certification would definitely get you a hardware job, maybe the Geek Squad, perhaps, as Evan mentioned earlier in introductions earlier. But it really depends on what certification is. But it definitely can't hurt you, even if you don't test out of our test for that. The material you're going to learn from us, and believe you me, we're going to test you in the classroom. When you're in a classroom, we have you for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. I can test you, and I can give you labs that you won't ever have chance to do in the high school. So it's definitely not going to be a waste of your time. You're going to probably learn some new things, and you're going to get to work on a lot more equipment that high schools can't afford or don't have the chance to buy. So it's not going to hurt you if you don't pass that test out test. You're going to be able to come back in the classroom, and you're probably going to learn a few things extra that you never thought you would learn. So it definitely can't hurt to have it. And if you do, talk to one of us, and we're going to try to get you to test out of that class, and we can tell you what steps or what options you have available to you.
Thank you, Alan. Some good information. I appreciate you there. Another question coming through, when's the next start? So you can start at our St. Louis, Perryville, and Wentzville campus for IT or application and web development at St. Louis and Wentzville, August 23rd. The enrollment process is very streamlined here. You're going to meet with an admissions counselor, get that application filled out either prior or during the meeting, get that high school diploma and or high set in for your proof of graduation, the $95 registration fee, and then we would be able to get you enrolled and scheduled. If you do decide to pay that $95 registration fee today, we can get you a $100 tuition credit as well. So for something you got to do anyway, you get a little something extra out of it, which is pretty nice. And then again, getting through that financial aid process. So we'll be able to help you with all that stuff. The next question, this is a question I get constantly, whether I'm at a school, whether I'm meeting with parents, heck, even when I'm at QT sometimes, do we offer courses on cybersecurity? And what is cybersecurity when it comes to kind of getting a job in the field?
Yeah, so that is actually the hot subject, right? Everybody wants cybersecurity. So yes, we do offer cybersecurity. We've switched over to, we're going to be doing a class on Cisco Cyber Ops. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And we're also going to do another class, Introduction to Ethical Hacking. And that's going to be your fourth semester in the networking track, administration track. So cybersecurity, we're talking about everything. We all know that you need to protect your computer. We hear ransomware, you hear about that on TV, on the news, everywhere. You're talking about computers getting hacked, your social security getting hacked. Well, cybersecurity is more than just putting on antivirus or even putting in protection in your network. So what we're trying to, in a cyber ops class, we're teaching everything from, okay, what is an intrusion detection system? IDS, IPS, intrusion prevention system. Those are two totally different things, IDS and IPS. We're going to be talking about, well, what are the different types of attacks? A man-in-the-middle attack, distributed denial of service attack. I mean, we're going to go to the technical side, but then the cool thing about that class is you're going to find out when you get in the real world that there's more to cybersecurity than just those technical things. Well, what happens if you have a compromised computer? What do you do with it? If you're in the law enforcement, versus where I came from law enforcement. Okay, so I went ahead and I confiscated a computer. Well, what I do, you put the hard drive in a Faraday cage, and what's your procedures? And well, what if my company does get attacked? Well, that's what we talk about, all the different procedures that companies should have set up. And there are, there's various different types of scenarios that we go through as far as the business plan, as far as the technical side of it. So that is more the cybersecurity than more people think about. They always think the technical side of it, but what about what happens when we do attack? Well, who takes what over? Well, what's the chain of command? Who takes over this? What do we do there? Well, that's what we're trying to cover in that class, is introducing students to it. Yeah, there's more to it than just watching computers. There's a lot of business side to it. And we're going to be doing ethical hacking, teaching a part of it of what is involved with, there is another side of our business world where companies are paid to attack our own business. And what the cool thing about that is they won't tell you when they're doing. And the idea is to tell you at the end, hey, by the way, we attacked your network and we found all these vulnerabilities. Okay. So we're going to talk about why you do that, what's all procedures in that, and actually just introducing you to ethical hacking, and I always want to tell students that when I'm not going to oversell this program, I'm not going to tell you you're going to go out and you're going to hack into people's networks and stuff like that. That is not what this course is going to set up for. This is a course to set up everything from, like I said, the technical side of different attacks, different ways you can protect yourself, but also to the business aspect of it. As your bosses want to know, well, what are procedures you have in plan? What are we going to do? What do we have in place? Credit cards, what if you take credit cards at your company, what type of procedures or standards do you have to have in place with that? So there's so much to cybersecurity that students are overwhelmed when they think about it, because the fact is they just thought it was, how to attack a network and how to protect yourself. But the more important side is there's a business aspect of it, right? Business is what drives cybersecurity. Everybody wants the money. Well, how you protect yourself, but also what do you do once you get attacked? So that's what that cybersecurity track will teach you. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge of everything from business to technical side of it.
Thorough. I love it. Thank you, Alan. We have another question about kind of a start and move situation. So at the St. Louis campus, if you start in the evenings and want to move to the day, your evening classes will not follow you today because it's a different program. The evening programs at St. Louis are a certificate and part-time. The program during the day is an associate's degree and it's full-time. So the classes and the coursework don't exactly mesh up. So if you started at night and then moved to the day, you would have a nice foundation from that first night class that you took, but you wouldn't get any credit for it, unfortunately. Now, if you came to the Wentzville campus, do that, our day and night class are the same. They're both the full-time associate's degrees. You could start at night and then move to the day because it's the same curriculum. So that's a great question, very complicated question. And if you need more information on that, you can get a hold of me at 314-286-3630. Next question. My son has struggled with social skills. How do you prepare the students to work with customers and their bosses? Also, do you assist with interview skills? That is a great question. So we do great on work ethic and professionalism. So in terms of kind of dealing with bosses and interviewing skills, we are going to get them prepped to be ready for professionalism, whether it's, the professional haircut, clean shaven or manicured facial hair, wearing their uniforms every day, making sure that they have that structure so that when they do get to the full-time working world, they are prepared for it. In terms of social skills, I mean, you're at college, you're going to be interacting with instructors, you're going to be interacting with students. There's going to be kind of extracurricular things they can do, and it's going to kind of help them build up those social skills and even a little bit of confidence with what they're doing. Interview skills, we have a few different ways for this. We do have a career success skills class that they do take as a gen ed in the full-time associate's degree program, where they will get interviewing skills, they'll get practice at it, and then they can always get with our Student Success Center to do mock ones, and they can always get with Career Services to do mock interviews. So you do have quite a few different areas where they can get help with that. That was a great question.
Can I add something to that, Brandon?
Yeah, add something to it.
Yeah, I just want to say that in the AWD program, what we require students to do is to create an electronic portfolio. And it's an evolving document. In other words, they start to create it in the first semester, and they have in there both their resume, information about themselves, and examples of their work. And they add to that every semester, because what we're finding is that prospective employers, they don't want to just see an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with a resume on it. They want to see examples of the work that the students have done. So, I mean, starting, like I said, from the first semester, you are required to do that. I mean, that is literally, that's, for lack of better words, it's the equivalent of their final exam in each one of their classes. And the other thing I wanted to say too is, you mentioned it before and you did a good job of explaining it, but at Ranken, you actually get 2 grades. You get your regular A, B, C, F. We don't give D's. And also you get a work ethic grade. And the reason that I think that's important is, I remember I've been at Ranken for 5 years now. And the first time I ever went to an advisory committee meeting, when we bring in people from business and industry, a gentleman came up and introduced himself to me. And he said, I'll only hire Ranken graduates because they show me work ethic. They're there 5 to 10 minutes early. They have no problem staying 5 to 10 minutes later. They just know it and they just get it.
I love it. That's a wonderful example. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Jeff. Well, Alan, Jeff, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. Looks like we hit all the questions. So we're going to go ahead and end this Q&A. Thank you guys so much for your time, and everybody have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.